In last video, we were learning about the restriction enzyme. Suppose this is the two DNA. One is the vector DNA. Another one is this is the foreign DNA. And if we use the same restriction enzyme, for example, suppose we are using the EcoR1 enzyme to cut these two DNA. So this EcoR1 always cut the DNA between the guanine and adenine in the two strands. This is the two strands of DNA, and this is the recognition sequence for the EcoR1, that is the GAATTC, and this is the palindromic. If we suppose this is the 5' to 3' direction, and this one is the 3' to 5' direction. If you read it in the both direction, it reads the same. There is also the GATTC. This is the sequence of the bases. In this strand also there is the same sequence, that is the GAATTC. And when the restriction enzyme is used to cut a particular DNA, suppose the vector DNA or plasmid DNA, it recognize its recognition sequence. This is the recognition sequence for the EcoR1, and always cut between the same base pair, that is the guanine and adenine. And if we use the same restriction enzyme to cut any foreign DNA, suppose this DNA that we want to join with this vector DNA, this is the foreign DNA. Again, if we use the same restriction enzyme, it identifies the same sequences, that is the GAATTC, that is the same recognition sequence, and now cut between the same base pair, that is between the guanine and adenine. So this, if we use the same restriction enzyme to cut these two DNA, that is the vector DNA and the foreign DNA, by the same enzyme, it leaves the sticky end. Now you can see this is the sticky end. Suppose there is if we use the restriction enzyme EcoR1 and cut this strand between the G and A, and now this AATTC, this segments, it is removed, and now here also it is cut between the guanine and adenine, so there is the guanine is also removed, so it leaves only there is the TTAA. This is the sequence. This is the sticky end. This is the single stranded sticky end. And if we cut the same, if we use the same restriction enzyme to cut this foreign DNA also, again here also it cut between the guanine and adenine. There is also guanine and adenine, and there is also it leaves the same type of sticky end, that is the TTAA. This is the sticky end, single stranded, and these two strands are complementary to each other. See, we can combine these two sticky ends because they are complementary to each other. They can easily form the hydrogen bond between the adenine and thymine, and by the use of DNA ligase enzyme we can join these two vector DNA and the foreign DNA, and finally it forms this recombinant DNA. So this is the use of the restriction enzyme, and this is for the EcoR1. Likewise, there are the different restriction enzymes which have the specific recognition sequence. Like the EcoR1, the recognition sequence is the palindromic, that is the GATTC. Likewise, for the different restriction enzyme, there will be the different recognition sequence, and this restriction enzyme, if we use to cut the both vector and the foreign DNA, that we want to combine these two DNA, it leaves the sticky end by cutting at a particular point, and these sticky ends are complementary to each other. It can be combined together by the help of ligase enzyme to form a recombinant DNA. So this is the recombinant DNA technology, and this technology nowadays we are using in this biotechnology to combine the two DNA, and then we transfer this recombinant DNA into the host cell for its expression. Means by this technology we can combine a gene of interest into a vector, and then we can transfer into the host cell. For example, suppose it is transferred into the E. coli, and then that E. coli is used in the industry in the large scale production of a particular product. Thank you. Now we will discuss in the next video about the different processes in biotechnology and the different tools that also is used in the biotechnology.